Welcome to our show. Let me tell you what all we're going to cover in this segment. First,
Let's not do it.
okay, like I was going to say, welcome to our show. Those three circles that we keep talking about,
right.
and how is it that those three circles can improve everything? At the very top, you have the circle of executives. Then the middle circle are the middle managers.
If you have somebody over you and somebody under you, you're a manager.
You're a manager. The third circle, it's at the bottom, and those are the frontliners.
They're all the folks who are putting their hands on parts. They're putting their face in front of client. They're the people who are creating the value for the organization.
Right. They're the ones who usually feel like, hey, we're the ones doing all the work.
Right.
All right. So the top circle is not talking to the middle circle. The middle circle is not talking to the front circle, to the low circle. The circle at the bottom, they're not talking to the middle circle, and they're all talking around each other. Now,
Or maybe they're talking and just no one's listening.
right. Lack of collaboration, lack of communication.
They don't talk, and then eventually somebody gets frustrated and bang, something happens.
Right. Lack of alignment. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you feel the wobbling in your vehicle, and you can tell that something that as you try to speed up, the car starts wobbling. Same thing with companies.
Yep.
The company wants to move faster, but yet something's wobbling. It's because you're not aligned. Lack of decision making. The outcome of all this is a team culture that becomes extremely frustrating.
Probably a bad idea for two reasons. One, you're taking your highest performing person out of performing his job. And two, because you're good at one job doesn't mean you're good at another.
The most common thing we do is go find our highest performing frontliner.
That's right.
And turn them into the manager. It may not be the leading scorer on the team, but he's the guy with the best attitude.
Right.
He's the guy with the he brings the most energy. And there may be somebody else who's actually more skilled, but the guy who gets promoted is the guy who will do anything you ask him to do.
Right.
Been with this company for 2 months. Best employee ever. I get promoted to manager.
Hey, man, how are you? I'm glad you come in.
It's only been 2 months and I'm promoted.
Hey, you're one of our best employees.
That's awesome.
Why wouldn't we?
Then it all gets stormy. My executives, I don't even know what they want. My fellow managers, I don't even know what they're doing. My staff, they won't listen to me.
All right, good. So what we have is some really good training here. You might have questions. I'll come back and see you.
Perfect.
Good luck.
Okay,
All right?
great. Thank
No
you
problem.
so much.
Again, congratulations.
Congratulations, manager. It is the spring of your career. Promotion to management is a great step forward. It takes a lot of work, but leading teams out the nest is very rewarding. At our company, however, we recognize that the greatest of leaders take the greatest of risks. On many occasions, all you will be able to do is take the leap, regardless of who follows, and regardless of how deep the fall. We hope you make it. Sometimes things may go bad. Pain is almost certain. Failure is almost guaranteed. And if you survive, we'll look to you to do it all over again. Congratulations, manager, on your promotion.
Man, did you like it? That was great. You're going to do great.
Like the birds.
Yes, like the bird. There's nothing like jumping out of the nest. Come on, man, we can do this.
Right.
But now as his role, he needs to help figure out what to do.
He needs to be able to unlearn the question, what do you want me to do? Because if he asks that to the executives in the organization, it frustrates them without themselves getting way into the weeds. And then they say, oh, I'm the manager.
Well, wait a minute. We just hired you. We just promoted you, and now you're not talking to us.
Right.
You used to talk to us a lot
Yeah.
when you were a frontliner. Now we made you a middle manager, and you seem to disappear. So things began to go really bad for this middle manager, and then his colleagues, his peers, also tend to be wondering. They're wondering what happened. He was so good at being a staff member, but again, it's a different dynamic. Executives move into micromanagement. It reminds me of The Godfather.
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
And then you sit there and say, wait a minute.
Yep.
I don't want you getting in the weeds. Well, guess what you did?
Yeah.
You invited them to a weed party. Wait, that didn't come out right. That didn't come out right. Wow.
Tip of the hat to our Colorado listeners.
Yeah, that's right. Colorado. Good luck with that. move on. I gotta move this on.
Yeah. I'm really hungry.
Yeah, so remember, avoid the Godfather. Will somebody get this guy under control, please? The middle circle is the one that makes it all work together. They all have the same challenges. Well, number one, managers tend to get overwhelmingly disorganized. The second challenge is that they lose connections with their staff members to where they can't get their staff members to listen to them, and they're also not listening to their staff members very well. At the same time, they're losing connection with their executives. The third challenge is the lack of preparation or game planning. If somebody were to come and ask the manager, all right, so what are your plans for the next 90 days? Number four, they are not building good relationships with their other department managers next to them. That's probably the biggest symptom of the dynamic of these three circles breaking down. Number five, the proposals that they want to see happen tend to go nowhere because they haven't been talking to people. They haven't been aligning with their staff. They haven't been aligning with their executives. Yeah. They haven't been aligning with their peers. So when they do have a good idea, it tends to meet a very large obstacle because there isn't a conversation. And then the sixth challenge is that whenever a decision is indeed approved, it takes forever to implement. Those are the six challenges. So now let's talk about the six solutions. These six habits are the ones that every manager needs to learn how to master. Number one, you got to get organized.
Yeah, okay. I was wondering how you were going to say that.
We are not the kind of trainers that say, hey, get organized, good luck with that. If you stick with us, if you stick with our radio show, and if you stick with our TV show, we will show you the 5 or 6 key areas that help you get organized. You got to figure out what is the strategic plan of the company. What's my organizational chart? Do I have all my team members? Do I know the personality of my people? Do I know their decision-making styles? That's all part of organization. Second, to listen to your staff. How do you do that? How do you begin to have conversations where your staff can tell that you are actually listening? The third one, you have to build a game plan like we talked about earlier, a 90-day game plan that says, all right, I've been talking to the staff, I've been talking to the owners, I got an idea of all the challenges that everybody got to compile that into some kind of report. Again, stick with us and we'll show you how to do this step by step. We're giving you a bird's eye view right now. You build together a 90-day game plan and you work from that 90-day game plan. Number 4, the fourth step, go align and build relationship with your peers, with your other department managers.
Ideally, this is in a somewhat formal meeting with all the managers there.
Correct.
Some organizations, this meeting doesn't exist. It's almost against their culture for the managers
but
to
it's
got to
happen both informally and formally.
Exactly. That's just where I was going to go.
That's right.
Yep.
And so you want to build alignment. Why? Because look, at the end of the day, if the peers right next to you across the aisle aren't going to buy in, well, guess what? Whatever you do try to implement, your stuff goes nowhere. The fifth habit that managers need to learn to master is learn how to present and persuade with good proposals and presentations.
Yes.
Know how to walk into a formal meeting, an informal one, know how to present at the water cooler, know how to present, know how to pitch, know how to persuade, and know how to play the politics of presenting an idea and moving an idea down the chain. And finally, if you get your ideas and your proposals done or heard, whenever you get a yes, do it, you have got to move on it. And you've got to move into implementing things to where there's good buy-in by the staff, good support from all around, and then how to measure success. We help to make sure that those circles are aligned.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but it can be done. You can do it.
Yes.
Don't give up. Okay?
Yes.
Don't give up on yourselves. Don't give up on each other. You can do it. And we invite you to stick with us through these shows so you learn more and more how to do it. Thank you guys for joining us. You've been listening to Winning in the Workplace.
Newsflash, if you're gonna promote me, you gotta train me.
Hey, to access all of our training and experience Teamwear World, come to our boot camps. We have them on our calendar on our website. Come enjoy the live experience. A lot of you are not able to experience this in person. Then log into our website, become a subscriber, and get all of our training in 7 to 15-minute modules, either one at a time or on a monthly subscription. It's easy to create an account. Go to www.teamwearworld.com and download them all on your iPhones, your smartphones, or your computer. It's for those on the go and for those who are remote. Log in today.